Hey guys, it's Adrienne. Have you ever been alone and felt somebody watching you even though no one else was in the room? Have you ever had a chill run down the back of your spine as if somebody walked over your grave? Well, on today's video, we're going to talk about interesting facts about ghosts. So leave me a comment and share some interesting ghost stories with me, and maybe I'll even share one of my own. Ghosts are defined as the disembodied soul or spirit of a deceased person. The word ghost comes from the Old English word ghast, which means soul or spirit. The word spook comes from the Dutch language and did not enter the English language until the 19th century. Other etymologies for ghost are spectre, from the Latin word spectrum, the Scottish word wraith, and the French version of the Latin word phantasm, which is phantom. The notion of supernatural phenomena, like ghosts and demons, is actually a cultural universal. The soul, literally and symbolically, was depicted as an animal in ancient cultures, although it was a widely held belief that the soul would return to Earth in the exact form of the person it belonged to, right down to the clothing. This was seen in art as well as in books, much like the Egyptian Book of the Dead. In traditional accounts, ghosts were thought to be souls that had returned to Earth seeking vengeance, and seeing one of these souls was a portent of death. White ladies are the ghosts of women who have died tragically and have been seen all over the world. One such ghost exists at Malahide Castle in Ireland. In the Great Hall, there is a portrait of a young woman in a white dress. There is no record of the woman's identity or the painter of the portrait. However, it has been widely thought that the woman would leave her painting and would be seen wandering around the castle grounds at Malahide. While her name and how she died is still shrouded in mystery, she has become known as the White Lady of Malahide. Legends of ghost ships have been around since the 17th century. The most notable of these would probably be the Flying Dutchman. This ship was said to have been seen at sea from far away, giving off a ghostly light. And seeing this ship would be an omen of doom. Unlike Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones is not the real rumored captain of this ship. Some thought that 17th century Dutch captain Bernard Folk, who was rumored to be in league with the devil, would actually be a better model as captain for this ship. Areas reported to be haunted are usually thought to be haunted by spirits who lived or died in the area. It is thought that supernatural activity in homes is a result of tragic deaths, murders, or suicides that took place in the home or on the property. One such case is the case of the Amityville house, which was the inspiration for the Amityville horror movies. Ghost hunting has recently become popular due to the internet and such shows like Most Haunted and Ghost Hunters. According to author John Potts, ghost hunting can be traced back to the spiritualist era and to early ghost hunting organizations such as the Ghost Club in London. Modern ghost hunters will use technology to find ghosts. Their equipment includes infrared and thermal cameras, electromagnetic field detectors, still and video photography, and sometimes even Geiger counters. They will also use audio equipment to catch EVPs, or electronic voice phenomena, which is described as a voice that will appear on a audio tape that was not heard by any living soul in the room. So I promised at the beginning of the video that I would share a ghost story of my own, so here goes. I grew up in a small town called Lockhart, Texas, and we lived in a house for 11 years. We moved in when I was about 6 years old. Shortly after moving in the house, my sister and I started experiencing weird phenomena as far as doors would open right in front of us, doors would slam in the middle of the night when no one else was in the house, toilets would flush, we would hear whistling, lights would turn on and off by themselves. My dollhouse furniture would get flicked out of the dollhouse by unseen hands. We told my parents after a while that we were experiencing these things, and of course, like all parents, they decided that we were just doing it for attention. So years passed, and our ghost friend liked to sing, which we discovered when he sang that he was male, so we lovingly named him Bill. After about 9 years of living in the house, my parents finally started experiencing weird phenomena. And come to find out, my dad had been experiencing it for years before and just hadn't mentioned anything about it to my mom. So after a while, we just kept a list on the refrigerator of the times, dates, and activity that we would encounter. Some of these would include instruments moving into your path, when you weren't looking, even though you had just walked past there seconds before and nothing was there. Whistling at the end of the hall. Sometimes he would actually follow us into the car and whistle from the back seat, which is very disturbing. Flipping on light switches right in front of us and opening doors right in front of us. Sadly, when we moved, he didn't follow us, which meant he's attached to the house. So, who was one of Thomas Edison's biggest rivals? If you guessed Nikola Tesla, you would be correct. Join us in a future video where we will bring you fun and interesting facts about Nikola Tesla. Alright guys, thanks for watching my video. Like always, be sure to rate this video, make a comment, and subscribe. Bye. The soul was literally and symbolically depicted in ancient cultures. Shit's not a ghost word. One such... I'm gonna start over at that.